Saturday. See what's going on. If I got any of my live ones out here just coming in real quick. If nobody don't be here, I won't hold you up because I got here kind of late. The weather was actually pretty good today, so just checking to see if anybody's in. See what we're working with. Okay. Well, let's see. Okay. Let me take a peek at this real quick. Okay, so Cleveland 1-0 so far. That's the series nobody cares about. I hate these series. They be lasting. They make them stand for like forever and a day. But anyway, we're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's up. Just coming on to see if anybody's on here. I don't know if anybody will come through tonight. It's all my fault. Because I don't give no notices. So we'll see what's up. I would imagine that people that are probably watching some of these games. I know you're not watching. I know you didn't watch Cleveland Orlando, though. Please tell me you didn't. But anyway, I'm here live and in color. Seeing if anybody comes through. See what we're doing real quick. If you're on here, come and holler. If you got something to say, let it be known. Forever now, hold your peace. Just gonna sit right here. See what we talking about. We're gonna sit here and just keep it to a cool. See what we working with. Basketball fans. Sometimes people be kind of quiet. We had some fireworks last night. It was a little bit different last night because there was some difference of opinions. It's okay though. I don't mind. I know I got to deal with people who don't necessarily be feeling Eric Spoelstra. And I got to deal with the LeBron fans, and Doc Rivers was getting some love. I'm like, oh, okay. We'll see. I see heads, but I don't see nobody saying nothing, so we'll see. And we'll see what I'm dealing with. I'm sure people are just probably getting themselves together. And I'll just be casual. See what we're working with. I understand that. Again, I don't send no notices, so we just have to wait and see if people come through. We're going to wait it out. See what we're working with. Okay, somebody just sent something, so I don't know what that means in English. But I don't see you, though, so until I see you, feel free to give me a comment. Someone throwing signs, but no one's saying nothing. So, what's up? What's up? How you living? I wait for somebody to come through. I'm here live for 1 hour, so let's holler. Let me know what's up. I'm sure you watched that whack Cleveland Orlando game, which nobody's gonna watch. They are. You called it. Sometimes when I'll say this, some things we don't agree on, some we do. You flip my wig on them. What's up? What's up? You flip my wig on Dallas because I really am a firm believer. Denver or Dallas has come out the West. And I think Kyrie's got a lot on the mission. So if they don't get hurt, and Jason Kidd knows how to match up. So now I wasn't what's happening? How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good. Now I wasn't convincing. I think it was that he got better as the season got on. I saw Luka shape up. That's what got me. Not because of the moves. He just kind of gave me a look I haven't seen. That's what it was. He gave me a look. Wasn't convincing. It wasn't that I knew he's good for a round or two. But this is the first time he looks like he's starting to I don't be talking about ages and stuff. Doing good. I don't get into all that. Because I wouldn't ask you how old you are, and I don't even know what you look like. So, but let me know you for a minute, and where else you prefer, where you from, and all those things. Yeah, well, they playing, but it's Kyrie. Okay, cool. But anyway, good to see you though. Kyrie's playing. That's the key. Kyrie is. That's the thing. And if Kyrie is motivated, they're going to be a problem. Yeah. I think they're going to be a problem. I mean, personally, from my Western Conference Finals, them and Denver is the only that makes sense to me. But my dark horse is Minnesota. If OKC don't. So I want to see when these young teams get going. Okay, cool. Right on, right on. Yeah, if they beat Phoenix, yeah. They gotta beat Phoenix though. Now I'm gonna tell you this, no one's talking about that, but if KD can find a way to pull that out, and he could go crazy. So that winner of that series could be a problem. Because one thing about it, Booker and Beal can score. And all KD needs is to get a groove. So I don't know. The West is tough. But I think whoever wins that series got a chance to be a problem. I definitely think it could be a problem. So we'll see. And if they get swept, KD's going to Golden State. He's gone. There's no way in the world he retires in that team if he gets swept. Well, I say that because where else will he go? Can't go back to OKC. And he may as well go back and climb back with Steph. I mean, you think about it. Bradley Beal and Booker ain't gonna get you to no chip. You know. And stop me if I'm lying. Phoenix looks like a 1-year wonder, don't they? They look like a 1-year wonder. So, and Frank Vogel don't coach up defense that good, so not no more. So yeah, there you go. And right now he's a hired gun, right? At this stage. I mean, I hate to say it. That's why when Charles and them call him a bus rider, his career done fell off like that. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's true. Don't be hating on him. He got y'all ring, hater. Got you a bubble ring. You up there hating on Frank or Ballpark Franks. Leave Ballpark alone. Ballpark Franks. Leave old Ballpark alone. Ballpark got y'all ring. Ballpark can coach okay. He all right. He a good coach. That's why I call him old Ballpark Franks. He got a Ballpark Frank head. That's why I call him old. He he didn't do much in Orlando. He was good in Indiana. He did good with the Lakers. He keeps a job too. Got the complexion for the protection. I tell you, I think I don't be noticing this. Think I don't notice it's his fourth job. Think I ain't noticed that? You think you slick, ballpark. Well, yeah, ballpark Frank. That's what I call him. Look like a hot dog vendor, like you put a hot dog, a cap on his head. Ballpark Frank. I be watching. He keeps a job too. He keeps a job. But one thing, if they like you around there, they find a way to keep you employed. He keeps a job. That one ring is going to keep him employed. But I'm going to tell him he did. That's the truth. Because Paul George was a freak 10 years ago. He's hitting one from a double Junior Whopper Kobe and a broke Vince Carter. Athletic, but just it ain't there mentally. And he's a mystery. He's a mystery. Had the tools. There was a time him and LeBron were about, well, he wasn't on the same level, but you know what I mean. He had that injury in the Olympics. But that didn't slow him down. The broke baby didn't even slow him down. The break baby. I meant the break baby. Nothing wrong with that. If he messes this up, that's where he's gonna try to go. He'll be dancing on the corners. And I know before you say congratulations, I'm not. They spanked the Bulls behind. That's why DeRozan is one of the most overrated players ever. Okay, DeMar DeRozan don't never get it done. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. They like each other. And I know Dame wish he could have came to Miami. I just don't think Pat Riley was gonna go for that shuffle. That's all. Pat Riley wasn't gonna put up with a dude who don't play no defense and is a one-trick pony. Demar. I never said he was. I said he's a good player, but he don't elevate his team. I know some of the Hall of Fame. Who said that? Why, you heard something? Well, I'm gonna let you on the secret. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. I don't agree, and I'm with you, but yeah, he is. They're gonna put him in. Just because you and I both say no, they'll put him in. Watch. How much you want to bet? I bet you. Watch. Oh, I know he ain't. And I don't talk about him. I know he from LA and he puts up those quietest 22, 23 points a night. And and look, dude for dude, I like the cat because he's dealing with mental, what he's dealing with. But his basketball game ain't clutch. They might use that ring to get in. This the NBA we talking about. Everybody gonna get in like Oprah. Adam Silver's like Oprah. Everybody get in. I mean, hey, look, they're reaching now. They're reaching now. I mean, when Chauncey gets in, they reaching. I'm just saying. Because Vince was kind of like, I was kind of like, Vince is like on a mountain cliff, and do he go over or does he stay? That's a dangler. But Chauncey, no. Not no Hall of Famer. I like Chauncey, but not no. But yeah, Lowry may for real get in. He can get up to about 15,000 career points. But for real get in. Dumar, he'll probably. Well, just so you know, people think I just got these biases that I can't, and I address stuff. I watched him last night, and he picked the Lakers to win. Now, he'd be a Laker dude and all that, but I also know that I read the comment section. I agree with what they said. It's because Jokic is scaring him. He heard what Bob Ryan said. He's scaring him. And I understand. Jokic is a scary dude because if he pulls all that off, gets a second ring, second finals MVP, and a third league MVP, and he's already high on the triple double stats, and then you figure out what his career could be like, because he'll probably, if he wins a ring this year, he probably got a chance to win one more ring or two. And then you got to figure he's going to have a 2 or 3 years where he just stat padding and hitting. He's going to make crazy points, crazy boards. He's going to come after somebody. And if you're vulnerable and insecure, he going to get your butt. So I said it. I said what it's kind of feeling because, I mean, and I know Shaq be petty, but Shaq knows. Shaq ain't in love with LeBron. And he sure as heck don't think much of AD. Ooh, get back to me in 10 years. That's going to be close. Because they downplay him so bad that it ain't even funny. I mean, I know what he can do. I'm glad you're able to see it too. He's example of guys that I grew up with, that they didn't have a lot of media on them, but the reason is where they played and it wasn't the camera. But imagine you were living in this day and time when you can see a cat and he's still treated like he's in Saudi Arabia. There you go. I like Murray a lot too. I really do. He gets no love. He's playing for Team Canada too. They go and play in the, and I don't think USA gonna win anyway. I don't. I think it's stacked. But I like Murray. He do. He got handles. He's clutch in the fourth quarter. Have we talked about how he hit some big shots? And he can go off. Don't get no love though. I guess they think too many light skinned dudes is running the league now. That's probably what they thinking. We got enough light skins. I'm saying that because of the Curry and Trey Young, because they still pushing Trey, but and Tyler in Indiana. But I'm telling you, Murray. I mean, I don't know I don't think we're not in a pro black era, but the fro or something is scaring them. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know. What's happening? How you doing? What's up? What's up? I don't know what be going on, but they acting very funny with him now. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Cause the truth is it's only Steph, Jason Tatum. Tyler ain't really there yet with the Pacers. He ain't really there yet. So who else you got? Oh, with Brunson, but uh, nah, it ain't there yet. Oh, yeah, I ain't say nothing about him. I ain't saying about him. Oh, Ted, what you think about the game? New Orleans and Sacramento. Mm-hmm. My. They played possum against the Lakers and they came out and beat the brakes off of Sacramento. How about that? How about that? You thought that was a good game? Not the way New Orleans looked. If New Orleans wasn't so funny time, I don't think the USA team gonna do nothing over there. I think they old, and I don't know if everybody gonna show up. I don't think it's gonna be we're in a different era now. Loaded with what? I mean, Kawhi Leonard. I mean, really? I don't know. I think that Olympic team would do wonders for Devin Booker. It's always somebody that you gotta keep your eye on. Durant's old, LeBron's old, AD's old, Kawhi Leonard's old and broke down. What's your point? Them four guys right there. And Steph can still play and all that, but let's be realistic. Okay, so we got Jason Tatum on the backup, Booker on the backup, Tyler coming up. Okay, sell me on somebody else. What else? We'll find out. I don't think they're gonna beat. I don't think they're gonna win the gold. I don't. I'm not sold on them, but we'll see. I'm just not really blown by them. That's all. For your sake, you hope so. If it's a long series that favors Denver, I agree with Tom. I think they is weak. I'm not buying them. I'm just not. I've seen better USA teams, and something just don't seem the same. I'm not really hyped about it. Let's be honest with you. So if they get their butt beat, you heard it here first. Everybody ain't feeling that. There was a time I would have probably co-signed, but if they lose, I ain't gonna say nothing. If the Nuggets Lakers series is a long series, it favors Denver. I agree with Tom. I just do. I don't really feel it. I look at them like, oh, and I think that it looks like there's gonna be some problems. I just don't feel it. LeBron is pushing 40, okay, and AD's always. I just don't feel it. And Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Steph gonna see how he fit, but I'm just not feeling it. I just don't. I just don't. Canada maybe. And it's the fact is that, yeah, I think they're gonna have more of a problem than you think. They're not invincible. This ain't this ain't when Kobe, Dwayne, and LeBron and Melo went. And teams are better. They're better. But I also put it to you like this: if they do win, this will probably be the last year they win for a while too. Because I don't think they'll be able to orchestrate another team. Um, it's different now. It's different. It's different. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta hope that LeBron don't break down, AD don't break down, Kawhi is gonna break. You know Kawhi is gonna break down, and Durant could break down. I mean, Steph. I mean, he'll play good, but it's true. It's an old but team you got there, a old but part of it. To me, Tatum and Booker would be the X factors, if you want my honest opinion. And I expect we'll definitely get some fly. That's gonna be tough right there. That's a handful. I think it's a lot closer than you think. And I don't have a dog in the race. I don't care no more. If you want my honest opinion, I just don't care because it's too commercialized. The best players in the NBA today ain't even from here. Okay, think that's it in a nutshell. That's the elephant in the room. So it's not like we're 2014. We can emphatically say the best 2 to 5 guys are from here. We don't have the best players in the NBA from America as we speak. Because Jokic is the best player. Giannis is next. Shea's moving up the charts. Luka's there. Embiid is converted, but you know what I mean. So, you know, oh yeah, but he's like the sixth best player, maybe seventh, maybe. And he ain't seeing the guys from here. He's not in the same argument. That's close. And it's close. It's close. Because Shea has been balling for the last few years. And also on top of that, a young team where he's the leader. Tatum then had a lot more work in his favor. Still have Marcus Smart. Now they got Porzingis. He got Brown. Who does SGA have that's equivalent to Jalen Brown? Do tell me. So I want to know. And I am not wetting the bed about Tatum because I think he can play, but I'm not sold on him. Not as no leader. Yeah, Porzingis. This year, I would say SGA. This year, I ain't arguing because you got people talking about SGA for MVP. And no Tatum got the best record with Boston. People done gone cold on him. That's legit. Tom got a legit argument there. Tom is bringing it this year. Well, you're talking about the team, but we're talking about Tatum. We're not talking about the team. We'll see what Boston does. They got to play the Heat. Now, they should finish Miami off in 5. If that thing goes more than 5, they're not coming out the East. I'm going to tell you that now. If that goes more than 5, they're not coming out the East. Because there's no reason why they can't take off in Miami. He got to, because he's got to go with the hot hand. Oh, yeah, and I will give you props last night. Um, Hero looked pretty good last night. But again, they're playing the Bulls. So, but he did what he's supposed to do. But can he, play an all around game? If they can get shooting from everybody, don't get caught out in your best against our best, and then get Boston to play ugly. can get Boston to have to beat them with the bench, Miami's got a chance. But they got to make them play ugly, and they got to get them into a contest where everybody's accountable. They can't play your two against our best two. Because if they play your two against our best, they're going to get smashed. That's Boston's flaw right there. They get caught trying to play hero ball. If he plays inconsistent, yeah, if he's consistent. Yeah, Porzingis, when he got drafted by Phil Jackson, they had him as a top pick. He's really a second or third option. He's dangerous as a third, and as a second, he's legit, but he ain't no first. But if you get him second or third option, he can be dangerous. He's the co-star. Yeah, he is. That's why he didn't fit in good with Luca. He hated being the second. And then he came to realization, maybe I'll be the third. That's where he's the strongest. He wasn't meant to be a first. He's very aggressive. He's very, you know, but he is the third option. Let's not get it twisted. He fits okay with Boston. I don't know if I call him overrated. He does what they ask him to do. You're the first person I heard say that about him. I mean, I had issue with him last year because he hit that shot against us, made it game 7. And I know he can be he's a pesky problem. Um, he can be real feisty. He fits them though. He's a better fit than Marcus Smart was. So all depends on how you look at it, but he's a better fit than Marcus Smart. No, she don't turn the ball over too. Don't get caught out there trying to skate with no handles. That's his problem. But they should finish Miami off in 5 if they motivated. And they got every reason to be motivated. They came back with 3 straight wins. So this is their chance to make sure it work. If they don't make sure it work with Miami, they're not coming out the East. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. They got a better clear path, probably if they get by Miami and they get out quick. Because I'm sure they'll win the second round. I'm sure they'll. But if they don't get out to at least the Eastern Conference Championship this year, I expect some major changes. What's up, DP? What's up? How you living? Holla holla. No, no, you're good. We're good. We're here. Let's keep talking. We good. Because the Kings don't play no defense, and they got caught what they usually do. Look, I like Mike Brown, but they don't have. I know they missing Monk and stuff, but they just don't play with consistency, and I just don't see them as you know. Well, good to hear that, man. Good to hear you, DP. But I'm not really sold on Sacramento's a fun team, but they missing an anchor. They missing somebody to get that thing together. That's what happened when you don't play no defense. That's what happened when you don't play no. Yeah, yeah, I am. And what happened when you don't play no defense? When you don't play no defense, that's what happened. You crack all the jokes you want. Sacramento don't play no defense. They plays no defense. And that's what made it. That's what the thing about it with them that is like y'all blatantly don't play defense. So if DeAndre don't have a big game, y'all in trouble. De'Aaron don't have a big game, y'all in trouble. It's a bonus. I tell you about the money time. Postseason always brings. There's always that one cat. I'm telling you, dude have out of body, and he gonna want a 5-year deal. Watch. Yeah, because that's Detroit Pistons. In 20 years ago, Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, who was a borderline top 10 player, Rasheed Wallace, who should have been. Then you had Tayshaun Prince. No. Richard Hamilton. No. So that's a good example right there. Yeah. They had but they had a squad that could win. The Sixers back in 2001. And you take Iverson off, you had Tyronn Hill. Okay, so Dikembe, okay, I'll give you Dikembe. But then you had Pookie Snow, Ty McCullough. What they had, no. So there you go. You could say that about the Heat last year, if you will, because Jimmy Butler and Bam aside, and Duncan Robinson was an all-star. There's some teams you can make that case for. You know, we don't want to say nothing about that. I don't even want to waste my time with that series because I don't like the way things sound. So if it's ref the right way, your butt won't last long. Yeah, they all offense and no defense because they beat Golden State because they shoot the 3 ball. And I don't know. I don't really forecast like that because I don't know. And if you're talking NBA, I don't care. I don't know. Don't care really. I will give LeBron his due when he plays great. Okay. But you're gonna sit here and tell me, uh, that's true, DP. You can't sit here and tell me that he has impact like he once did. He's doing great. You 26, 7-7, or what he's putting up. I'm not arguing that. But you done had about 8 to 10 games because y'all won by 3 or 4, and you had a 8 to 10 free throw disparity. And then in that game against New Orleans the other night, and I'm not gonna look at you suspect. See, everything points to mediocrity. Who I got over LeBron? Jordan, Shaq, Magic, Bird, Tim Duncan, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Steph Curry, and Kobe. There you go. Yeah, I'm not saying he ain't. I said number 10, barely. 10, 11. I got Kobe over him. So that's why I got him. He's on my bottom end. So if he is, he's at 10. If not, he's at 11. I got Kobe over him. And Steph, too. There you go. I'm going to say this. He's shooting good from the three-point line. Give him that. Cheat how? Tim Duncan ain't have to cheat nothing. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't, you going to tell me he cheated in 07? 4-0 sweep against Cleveland? Duncan got yanked. Help how? Yeah, you're right. When Pop pulled Duncan to the sidelines and Chris Bosh came and got that rebound. Yeah. Duncan's in my top 5. Dirk is somewhere between 32 and 23. And Garnett is like 20 to about 28. I got Dirk over KG. Easily. Yeah, I don't understand what Seth's coming up with this thing about Duncan getting some help. Spurs beat him fair and square. No, Dirk is over. I got Dirk in the teens. If I do 11 through 20, I don't have Dirk over Hakeem Olajuwon. No, I said KG. I said KG. Because Garnett, great. And I say top 20. But I can't have him over Olajuwon right now. Yeah, of course. Of course, Hakeem's like in my 11 to 15 range, 11, 16. However, if Jokic wins another ring, he's going to take him over. And Dr. J's in my 11 to 15 range too. So I got Dr. J over Hakeem. Oscar Robinson up there too. So some toughies. There's some toughies. But some people I know that they, but I'm going to tell you like this, Jokic can control his fate. Same thing with Giannis. If Giannis gets another league MVP and another chip, controls his fate. Because to me, those guys got a chance to move. Yeah, well, you know how the LeBrons, you know how that is. I want Jokic. Jokic is the best player going. This year showed me it's not really. I love Giannis, but Giannis, he can't make his free throws, and he can't get his teammates straight. He can't get them on the same page. Jokic got Aaron Gordon look like a superstar, okay? Aaron Gordon did not play like that when he was in Orlando. I'm not gonna argue with Seth, and I'm glad his contributions to the chat. I don't be arguing with him, but I know Michael Jordan. I saw Michael Jordan. I might not have been the biggest fan, but I know Michael Jordan would ran LeBron hair back on his head. Okay, I know how great Michael Jordan was. Michael Jordan was a freak, cause it ain't even close. It ain't close. I don't care how many stats LeBron gets. He ain't seen no Michael Jordan. Tell me you're young and you didn't get to see him. Tell me you don't like him because you're a Pistons fan. Make the argument that he couldn't have beat the Celtics and Lakers in the 80s. I'm with that. And you thought there were some other people better. And I ain't got no problem with that. And you mentioned some people. I can't take Akeem over Duncan. KG, yes. And Dirk, yeah. I'm not gonna call nobody out there manhood if they love Braun. Braun's got some. You can have fans, but if you're gonna debate it, right, give me fair arguments. Don't just be starbursting. You know, he's entitled to that opinion. Braun is because a lot of people have only seen this guy play for 20 plus years. He's stat pad, he got numbers, and he's been healthy and endured, even though they think he's on some juice. I'm not gonna sit here and take anything from his career. And he's got success. But anybody who watched Jordan play, it ain't even close. It ain't even close. Because it's more than just numbers. It's a way that you dominate. It's a way that you just, you put it in someone's face. And I wasn't even the biggest Jordan fan like that, but I ain't gonna even sit here and tell no lies. No, it don't. You can be a LeBron fan. Look, I was a LeBron fan, obviously, in Miami, and I like what he did in Miami because I thought he played his best ball. I had a rooting interest. And when sometimes he still throws passes that I like. There's certain things. It's just that I just don't think his LA thing just looks awkward to me. But they think he's the end all be all, and they slurp him, and they act like he didn't lose to Isaiah and them, and they act like his career started that they forget about that Magic was better and Bird was better, like they was running things, and he did benefit from the league watering down and guys getting older, and I think that um, I don't think they're worried about LeBron. They're not worried about LeBron. They're not worried about LeBron. It's the narrative. It's the narrative. I don't think they're worried about calling him trash. I don't think LeBron is really somebody that they really are worried about. That's a media driven thing. And look, if they could tolerate Kobe, they sure as heck ain't worried about LeBron, okay? Let's keep it 100. Kobe was like a instant, like a clone. He was a AI robot of Jordan. And he was way more scary than LeBron is. LeBron be statting, but that's it. I think the reason why Jordan fans might say it about LeBron is because they don't feel that he's as dominant as he should be, which I agree. I mean, come on, man. You camp out in 10 straight finals and you got 4 rings, but considering how much access you get and that you got the coast, you should be Tom Brady level. And you didn't had to roll up with everybody all-star and tag up. Not the ones I know. Oh, if you get that token, he's the greatest point guard, Jazz. But what about him being the greatest player? And also they do that to Magic because it's a diss towards Isaiah Thomas, and it's also a diss to Steph Curry. That's what's up. You got to read between the lines. They not just saying it because they in love with him, or they'll call him the greatest point guard, but they won't call him the greatest player. Which I could make a strong case for Magic over Jordan because Magic played all positions. Magic could beat you with scoring just 2 points. He could beat you in different ways. Is he as gifted as Jordan was? No. But if you're talking about a guy who could beat you in more ways, he had a better bag for me, mental. Joker is different. But you see, that doesn't even make any sense because Steph is not considered the GOAT. He's the greatest shooter and he's a great guard for his era. And he represents his era like was his. Because he cloned himself after Jordan. That's why. Like if there was a real life AI robot, it's Kobe Bryant. It's kind of creepy too. He talked like him, he walked like him, his mannerisms. I know it says Joe Jelly Bean Bryant is his daddy, but it looked like it was Michael Jordan. It was kind of creepy. Just saying. Well, I'll say this because he's a great shooter and he had credible success, same rings as LeBron, and he dominated for a long time. And he's been like a top fixtures and in top MVP candidate worthy, multiple league MVP. But no, he's not top three. Oh, he worries about media talk because if he wasn't, he wouldn't have Clutch Sports running people's messing with their monetization on these YouTube streets. He is worried. That's why he got a that's why he got a flunky like JJ Redick to sit there and take notes. I know he is worried. He wants everybody to slurp him. I disagree on that. And figure if he stick around long enough, they won't forget him. To an extent, but not like LeBron. To an extent. See, he's so moody and so passive aggressive that his bipolarism, they just kind of like, they love his athleticism. And that's what you love about KD, you know. But well, he says a lot of stuff, but he can't lay claim to that. And he did. I remember. I know what you're talking about because he beat Golden State. And see, again, everybody comes at Steph Curry. Again, everybody comes. No, he don't remind me of Kanye. Gilbert Arenas reminds me of Kanye because Gilbert Arenas be talking crazy. LeBron says stuff to hype his machinery up, and he's insecure with it. But Gilbert Arenas is the one that be remind me of Kanye because he'll talk crazy. Gilbert Arenas has got like Kanye, 50 Cent, and them in him. Yeah, they talk crazy. I think Two Raw did a video about that, and I want to laugh, but then again, hmm he always doing something. He talk crazy all the time. He always got something funny on his channels because he's the one that says that uh Jokic is the worst MVP of the last 40 years. I'm like, really? No, JJ Redick is so fortunate that oh, Two Raw did. I think he did. I might do one tomorrow. Yeah, he talked like he on drugs. I might do one tomorrow about the Riddick thing because it was hilarious. Because it is hilarious. There's some comedians in the NBA. They just don't even know how funny they are. They are funny. The only thing that JJ Reddick is known for is calling people plumbers and cleanup crew. That's what he know for. I'm making a video about JJ Reddick tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about that because that making me laugh. Yeah, Too Raw for sports for TV. He did one about it. He also he's a real cool brother. He liked one of my recent videos I did about Antonio Brown. So got Too Raw for TV and Too Raw for sports, and he has an apocalypse one. Yep. Yeah, he knows he's the real deal, but he slurps too. I don't care what nobody says. Jokic got him all word. He got him word. Yeah, Two Raw's a cool dude. He gave me he liked my Antonio Brown. I did too. I did that video about it. Cause that's atrocious when I find that mess out. I'm like, and look, that mess shouldn't even be allowed to be on any stream. And I'm thinking, I usually look at Steph as a good role model or decent dude, but I'm like, how are you raising your kids? Oh, Kendrick Perkins was pretty bad with it. Oh God, a lot of them are. Yeah, it's tough for me to take. I really, because I hold him in high regard. Usually but I'm like, you couldn't possibly put your name to that garbage. I mean, that makes you look like I mean, you hear enough jokes. You know how many years I had to hear about I didn't know light skin could play like that? No, I thought Kendrick Perkins was bad. Paul Pierce talking about if they win this year, he'll be the GOAT. And I'm like, come on now. Y'all need to stop with this mess. All of them are bad. No, you're not roasting yourself. I just saying. I hear you, DP, but now. Yeah, it's him. Well, Scotty when he depends on when he taking his meds. Larry Bird, Jerry West, Rick Barry. Three baddest white boys to me. Yeah. Pippen when he's on his meds. It depends on what kind of day he's on. We could never know where Scotty's gonna go. We got Larry Bird, Jerry West, Rick Barry. He be jocking. James Jocker. That's what I call it. Just James Jocker. Take the RID off and just Jocker. But what else is he going to do? Oh, so he breaking up with her. He broke up with her. He's worse than Ahmad. Because Ahmad they hung out when they was getting rings and championships. They got Riddick up here trying to revisit when Orlando lost to Cleveland and trying to tell him, "See, you saw I didn't have no help. How the heck a man play on the other side of you supposed to dignify your owner and your team and you up there crying, talking about I didn't have no help?" Crack me up. So Larsa Pippen, Scotty's ex dating Marcus Jordan, they've been on again, off again. She's for the streets. And he's whipped. He whipped. He whipped. They were gonna get married, not gonna get married. He just whipped, that's all. Some dudes be whipped. That's all. He just a young whipped dude. That's all. Some cats just can't help it. Old school cougar. She has a lot of lip filler. And I'm gonna leave it at that. She passed the cougar. She's 304. She's 608, 912. She's double the code. Industry passed around. No shame. That's not a thing. She just that's the ones that's the ones put out not a Mac on you. That's why. That's the ones who not a Mac on you. Shoot. You can call it all you want. See, a 25-year-old ain't gonna go up to him like that. Yeah, 32, 33, 34. Yeah. She saw him when he was watching Sesame Street. Yeah. Yeah, she did. She was watching Sesame Street because, yep. Yeah, he was 4 when she was messing with Scott and she was 20. So he was a young boy. Because he wasn't that good. He had no game. And it ain't easy coming behind a daddy with the last name Jordan. So, no, Sesame Street is a children's TV show. And I'm telling you, 30 years ago, he was watching Sesame Street and she come over with Scotty because Scotty and her were newlyweds. Okay? He was a young boy. That's what I'm trying to say. How you get to Sesame Street? If you watch Sesame Street, you'll think about Marcus back then. Oh yeah, Bird did say that. And I never said that because the Farmway Boys and Dirk is in there too, but no, the Bird was a unique player. We used to always say that too. But no, the thing is that he was a young boy watching Sesame Street when she was a grown woman. So that's his early memory because Scotty might come over to the house. You know, he was a youngster. So, you know, Bird was bad, yo. You can make the case he's the GOAT. You can make the case because his run was incredible. He was MVP. He could do everything. He was a bad boy. He was a bad boy. Something like that. Maybe she was there being babysitting. You never know. You never know. Scotty be like, Luxy, you want a little work? Yeah. Okay. Go on over there and watch little Marcus. Never know. And that's, you never know who be watching. So if you got a young son and you got a buddy that's got a fly young wife or something, you never know. There was some bad babysitters when I was coming along. I ain't never heard anything about Tom Hanks and Drew Barrymore. I know about Jack Nicholson. I know that's what she was hanging out with when she was a girl. Tom Hanks got some dirt with him though, but I've heard some stuff. Probably did. Probably did. The only way it'll stick is if they try to go surviving Tom Hanks. And if he ever falls out of favor, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna fall out of favor though. I could be wrong, but I don't think he can fall out of favor. I remember that. before she did E.T. That I remember. Shaq or Larry B. Far as what all-time player? You asking me what I take out of those two? That's what you asking me? She was. Eyes was rolling. I remember. DP, you asking me why I take out a Shaq or Larry B? I would take Shaq. Shaq. Because his window of dominance was far superior. Uh he changed the course. Larry bad too. And to me, I got him top five. I got them close to each other, but Shaq was on another level. He three-peated. He was on another level. I haven't seen too many people on his level. His window, there ain't too many people, including Larry Bird. Bird was incredible, but Shaq was changing you. If he got to start winning some rings, he needs about 2 more rings. He needs about a couple more league MVPs, and then I would say yes. I I could take Bird over Jordan. I could. But Jack got pimped himself, though. Jack got pimped. Bird is an incredible player, y'all. I mean, when you analyze everything he's done, he was incredible. It's just injuries cut him. Jack was a hustler. I don't know about a pimp. He was a hustler. He got hooked up. Kareem. Kareem. Jack Nicholson. We talking about Jack Nicholson, DP. Kareem, but it's close though. Kareem was because of the sky hook and how in imposing he was. Kareem was, he really was dominant. Webster probably did. I mean, you know, industry doesn't surprise me because the more attention I draw, that's what's happening. This place has definitely been getting more buzz. My numbers be up a bit, and sometimes when I check certain things, and people like to come in and they're looking for places and they're trying to see if anybody jumps. That's what's up. Of course, I could put Kareem over him because he had a timeless shot. He won the same amount as league finals and the league MVPs, and he was a dominant force. And I would take Kareem over him, but it's again, yeah, they pick up over time. Some do, yeah. Well, I thanks to you, I touched on a wide range. That's what it was. I'm not gonna let them get to me. They looking for some attention. You just have to be cool. Yeah, Kareem, gotta remember, he had battles and he was battle tested. And yes, he needed Magic to come along with all that. But yes, they do. But he stayed composed. I mean, he was just one of the coolest customers I've ever seen play basketball. Not too many people got to him. Not too many people. And he was consistent. So Bird was bad. Like I said before, I ain't got no problem with no one hyping Bird. Listen, if you hyping somebody that I grew up watching, I ain't arguing with you. You ain't gonna never hear me say anything bad about Larry Bird. I held him in high regard. I still do. Yeah, he was. Five players that could be ever mentioned with Jordan. Bird could be one. Magic could be one. I think Shaq could be one. I think Tim Duncan could be one. Wilt Chamberlain could be one. There you go. I can defend those guys against him. He was a good coach. Take time with your keyboard. He was a good coach with Indiana. He that was a close series. That was probably the closest I seen Chicago get pushed to the brink of elimination. And I believe if they came back one more year, they would have beaten them. Because that was the closest that he looked vulnerable against anybody I saw. Even though Orlando beat them, there was something about that Pacer squad that looked like they were ready. So depends on the style, but I did a video about this. I did a video about this just the other day. And I said the difference is Dennis Rodman. The 96 Bulls better than the 15 Warriors. But if you said the 96 Bulls against the 17 Warriors, that might be a little more compelling. But I think the key is Dennis Rodman. Because one thing, we talk about rules. I don't know about the airport janitor. We talk about rules. But if you look at that Bulls team and you put totality, they didn't play with a dominant center. They were big, but they didn't play with. So a guy like Rodman would eat up Draymond Green for breakfast. So I don't know how do you get around that? So okay, oh yeah, that's right, that's right. I wasn't thinking like that because most people don't refer to him like that. That's not how I refer to him. So okay. That's a good tidbit that you brought up, but I don't usually refer to him like that. I just think of him as a basketball player first and foremost, without going back into how he, you know. But you're right, if we're gonna go that route, be technical. Yeah. I think Kareem wins. I don't think LeBron's a good one-on-one player. That's not his strength. He don't post stuff for one, and he ain't gonna crash on Kareem, and he's not gonna stop Kareem. And those don't really prove nothing, no way, because you can beat somebody one-on-one. But if you're asking me who can give me more versatility, I'm gonna tell you it's Kareem. Kareem got a better outside shot with his hook. You can't stop it. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. I knew he was gonna say something racist. Of course he get through him. Please. Thank you. I know how racist he is, so I'm not surprised. I'll do a video about this tomorrow, though. Thank you. I know how he is. Well, when you're giving me some news stories, I don't mind if you come out like, like Batman or Superman out the cape, because I needed that. But I already know how Trump rolls. So, yeah, Kareem will get through LeBron. LeBron ain't no LeBron. I mean, Kareem had to go through Moses Malone. LeBron don't post like no Moses Malone. Born, he been that way forever. It's just that people who get sucked in because he knows how to charm, you know, that's all it is. And he knows how to charm. That's all it is. That's his whole MO. But I know that underneath all that is a hardcore bigot that lies there. I already know. He can't help himself. He clan as he can be. He never did hide it. I grew up in the late 80s with the Central Park Five. And if you don't know about the Central Park Five, look it up and look at what him and Rudy Giuliani tried to do. Oh, Larry Bird used to make people mad because he was cold with it. And he was cold. Yeah, but him and Trump is homeboys. Remember, that's his best friend. Frick cuff him and frisk him. Yes, he is. You go back, look up his 1970s track record with black up tenants at his apartment complex. If you gotta ask, and you just get through hearing what he called chicken sandwiches, jungle sandwich, that's code word for black. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, DP, it's code word. That's what Ripken Jr. was bringing in here. He using racial code words. That's what that means. To call chicken sandwiches jungle sandwiches, that's code words. That means black. It's like jungle boogie. That is. Jungle is reference. If they don't know, Seth, he might not know. He might not know. Because he's in South Africa and he might not know the code words we had to deal with in America. Or code words they use Europe to America. May not know it. Some people ain't hip to that lingo. They used to say jungle juice, jungle fever. There's terms that people use. Yeah, I got you back. Got you back. We get hip to code words because that's how people used to talk more in code. See, Trump is talking that old school code, which ain't that different. And I already know. That's why there is you know, so it's not sneaky. Not at all. I don't find nothing sneaky about him. I find him to be pretty direct. I remember Charlottesville, West Virginia. What about Karl Malone? He was a great player though. And he had moves too. Most guys that play in the NBA got some dirtiness with the offensive game or something. So, you know, there's a different era in time. Yeah, and they cool now though. They did an interview some years ago. Nobody cared either because they hated Zeke. Nope. Just like when Larry Bird, no, Robert Parrish put them Will Smith pieces on Bill Lambier. Ref didn't say nothing. Lambier went down, and I saw Robert Parrish going. And it's all on the video. If you ain't seen it, it was that playoff game because Bird almost got into it to him. Zeke was remember that time when Zeke punched Rick Mahorn? That was hilarious. Rick Mahorn about 6'8", 250, and Zeke's little old self was punching him and slapping him, and Rick Mahorn was like this. But Zeke wasn't no punk though. It was a different era. They got into it, but he instigated. get into your head. He did. Remember, he used to give Scottie Pippen flips all the time. That's why Jordan was like, I'll be glad when you get over your migraine. Because that's how it was. That was a different era of basketball. But having said that, he could play, though. He could play. He changed his whole steez. Okay, I got 10 more minutes before I'm rolling. So, gotta eat. But, yeah, I like Zeke, though. That was a different time, though. Again, it's what the commissioner wanted them to get away with. You know, it was a different era. Yes, a little bit after it's pushing 10:30. I got about 9 more minutes because I'm gonna bounce because I've been on it for like an hour and a half. I'm gonna cut it. You know, I usually tend to be on here for like because he hates Jordan and Jordan won't ever talk to him. That's all that's about. I tend to do like an hour and a half to two. So I got about 8 more minutes. That way, you know, I do about that time. Yeah, you didn't had that breakfast, the day. I'm glad you came through. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm gonna be here for 8 more minutes. I got about 8 more minutes. I'll be back tomorrow. Appreciate you coming through, DP. Glad you came through. Thank you always for your words, your wisdom, your knowledge. Stay safe, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, Zeke does that with LeBron because he hates Jordan. It's just tongue in cheek. You too, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. I'm not saying, yeah, glad for everything, man. Always one time. I'm not saying he doesn't have LeBron in high regard, but Zeke always is just a little extra. Yeah, that I remember that too, because I remember that game and that ref didn't do nothing. You can't imagine that today. You had to watch basketball back then. All I know is Lambert was like, you remember the song by Onyx, Slam, and that's all it was. That's all it was. Just fists going up his head. Ref was like this. I'm like, where you at, ref? That would never happen today. And that's when David Stern hated the Pistons. Think about it. You see a black dude beating up on a white boy like that? What's up, CK? That ain't happening today. That ain't happening today. That's under David Stern's watch. But when the Bulls beat Detroit, that was the end of that. And I know Ted will mention the Knicks. Nobody was as physical as Detroit, though. Not from a literally body blows. So that's what Stern wanted. Adam Silver, though, on the other hand, he only let you play patty cake today on the court. So it's different. It's a different era. I don't miss it the way it was with the Pistons, but I don't like what I see today either. Hmm. But which Jordan are you talking about? Jordan Poole or Michael Jordan? Because you got to clarify, verify. Both of them want to be set free, especially Jordan Poole. You could say that. I mean, yeah, you play the games to win rings. Why can't you say that? I mean, he was a defensive specialist. He led his team. Can make a case for him. I have no problem if people choose to. I mean, it is to win rings. I know when people say he's the greatest winner, don't call him the greatest player because I think it's an insult. He won. You play to win. That's what part of team winning basketball is about. So, yeah. I mean, and Russell led his team. So, you know, it's always some criteria. So I don't get it. I don't get into all that. I really don't. Because at the end of the day, you'll decide who you think is better or not anyway. People have different criteria for different reasons. I can make the case for Bill Russell. And it ain't just the rings, it's the way he led his team. He was a player coach for two of those rings, too, by the way. That counts for a huge chunk. Adam Silver. Well, they all were. David Stern was 20 years ago. David Stern's the one that coined the phrase, if I had my way, be LA versus LA in the finals. And you can't ever trust no commissioner that openly says some stuff like that. And then when you call him out on it, he's like, the games ain't fixed and there's no betting. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Maybe you know something I don't. I can't see it for me personally. Not legally, I can't. Not from what I done seen this year. You know, when LeBron James comes out and says we could beat anybody and we could lose to anybody, that doesn't sound like a championship team to me. That sounds like a 500 team. That sounds inconsistent. Teams that are usually championship worthy don't say stuff like that. So that's why I have pause for cause. And I'm gonna be one of those kind of people that if they do, I'm gonna think it was rigged. I just am. I don't see nothing that tells me that they were a great team this year. So unless I see something different with the way they play, but I haven't seen anything that's led me to think that they're a championship team. I just don't see it. I could see Denver and I could see Dallas out the West, but I don't see anything that, that that I would sit there and go, oh, yeah, this team looks like unequivocally they could win it all. I just haven't seen it. So, but they're welcome to surprise me. You're Jordan Poole. Okay. All right, well, I'm gonna call it out right now. Appreciate everyone that stopped through. Appreciate all the comments. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're gonna have conversations. God willing, tomorrow we'll talk more about how everything is looking. Appreciate everyone that came through. Thank you so much. Peace the best. Stay up, stay warm, stay safe. All right, we'll catch you. Peace the best. I'm out. Appreciate you.